Title match, Brian Himmler against Chris Barnes. Himmler will start. And speaking of awards, of course, Walter Ray Williams, Jr. Player of the Year, Chris Barnes, Rookie of the Year. And then you have somebody up here, Butch Soper, I believe, shared honors with Tim Christ, didn't he? Steve Nagy Sportsmanship Award.
That is very true.
So congratulations to Butch Soper up here in the booth.
And nice to have him in the booth with us. Always gives us some great, insightful little ditties that we can throw on. And we've got Brian Himmler starting out on 23. Didn't look good on this lane, the last frame, but he's back. And right now you have to make him the favorite. He has 7 career telecasts. And for Chris Barnes, it's his first time. Certainly has a lot of talent as he goes for that very deep inside line. And I think he's going to go for the long.
First shot for our tournament leader, Chris Barnes.
Ball does not quite recover. Back up to the pocket as he leaves the 2 and the 8.
You had mentioned Chris Barnes struggled a bit in practice.
Well, he did, and, you know, I'm seeing so many parallels between each game that we've had. We've had a bowler bowl a good game and then struggle. Good game and struggle. Barnes averaged 195 on the telecast pair. Himmler averaged 224, so there's another little edge for Brian Himmler. Important to start out with a spare. Nice recovery.
I love how he lifts through the ball. Another great-looking player.
Number 1 out of the way.
And there's Linda Norrie, Barnes' fiance, and Joy Barnes, Chris's mom. They're enjoying, but boy, they'd really love to see Chris win his first PBA title in his first ever telecast.
Cheering him on. Barnes up in the second frame.
On the left lane, which has become the tougher of the 2 lanes in the past couple of games. Or maybe not. Chris wants to get excited, and he will if his ball does this enough times today.
Himmler trying to make it a double. Couple of appearances last year, a 3rd and a 5th place finish, 97 and 4 shows. Second, a couple of 4ths and a 5th place finish. And he finishes that one off. A double for Himmler.
And Himmler is now 6 shots on lane 24, 6 strikes. Brian Voss was 12 for 12 on lane 24. So Brian and Brian like that right-hand lane.
Himmler trying to make it 3 in a row to start this title match.
He's 4 for 7 on the left-hand lane, so he has missed here a couple of times, but boy, he looked good in the opening shot.
Ring intent.
Reminiscent of his last game where he made a great shot early in the match on lane 23, left a solid 10.
So Himmler, his highest finish, second, 97.
You'll take a look at the 6 pin, second from the right around the bottom of the 10 pin. Wiggled it a little bit. He thought he had it. Gosh, that was a good shot. Make your spare. He does. And for Chris Barnes, really, just what he needed was to have Brian Himmler sort of stop and give him a little bit of an early chance in this match. But it's hard to say what a youngster will do in his first time on a nationally professional bowling association telecaster tournament. 2 shots, 1 a little light, 1 just right. Let's see if he adjusts on lane 24. Boy, he cut right through the 1 and the 6, leaving the 1, the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 10.
Didn't like it off his hand.
We'll take a look at. Well, I hope he will be flying down to Dallas on Tuesday to join us for next week's tournament.
Himmler with a spare in the 4th, but he leads by 34. Comes right back.
Keeping the pressure.
Again,
Chris Barnes.
Not a new champion all last year, and already in 99. Jason Hurd last week, and we're going to have another one.
Well, we're setting a trend. Looks like Barnes has moved over just maybe another board or 2 to the left. Wants to make sure his ball doesn't get to that out-of-bounds area. Will that be high? High flush 9 pin and nothing.
Can't get me from both sides.
nothing going his way. As he says, he can't get you from both sides. What he means by that is bad shots are opens and good shots aren't strikes. Watch the ball as it goes past the 9-pin.
Picks it up high, finish on tour of 7th, so can do a lot better than that this week here in the Albuquerque-Open. He was voted the Bowlers Journal World Amateur of the Year as a rookie. This kid, what a great amateur career. Got to get it going, Morris. Good shot last one.
Both these players are moving deeper and deeper left on the approach as the front end of the lanes dry up a little bit. He lost that ball. And almost another solid 9.
Come on.
Finally a strike for Chris Barnes. He trails by 34. They'll be right back to see if they can make the comeback.
Brian Himmler leads by 34 over Chris Barnes in this title match of the Albuquerque-Open. Today on ESPN, college football's top seniors showcase their skills in the annual Hooters Hula Bowl, live at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Heisman Trophy winner Ricky Williams and Kansas State quarterback Michael Bishop are in Hawaii, hoping to make an impression on the Pro Scouts. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com.
And during our commercial, neither one of these players sitting down. They're both stalking the lanes, looking at the lanes, trying to figure out what it's going to take. Brian Himmler having a little trouble on lane 24 in the last frame, coming in light. This to take it to a 44-pin lead. Will he figure it out? Obviously.
Both players looking for their first PBA title, so... And you can't... This match qualifies for the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions.
Now, the great shot as you see the ball going wide and then back. You can't imagine the feeling of elation in winning your first PBA title. I know it's been a long time since I did that, but I remember, and it's something that whoever wins this tournament, they're never going to forget.
Himmler's going to go one better, it looks like. His high finish.
Been close before. He has the experience of the two.
Beautiful.
With every strike, that much closer to being a member of a very, very nice fraternity of PBA champions.
So Himmler a double, then a 10-pin picked that up, a 2-pin picked it up, and now 3 in a row, and Chris Barnes has struggled, although the last couple of shots he threw in the pocket. Barnes up in the 7th.
In desperate need of a strike here. If he can throw the last 6, 224 is the best he can do. That got to hurry, and that just about sealed the fate.
Bad ball choice.
Ball did not match up the way he wanted.
Stronger one.
You know, you only have so much time to make the decision as to which ball you want to throw. As you can see by the way he's discussing the ball choice he made, probably not the right one. And Phil, not only you want to win, but boy, you want to make a good showing. And right now he's got 102 in the 7th frame. You know, be nice to see Chris throw a few strikes and, you know, bail this game out a little bit, because I'll tell you frankly, you know, and I've walked those shoes. It's embarrassing.
Barnes, Collegiate Bowler of the Year in 92, graduate, former All-America from Wichita State. He has a degree in business management. He's a very intelligent young player, and he switched a strike.
He switched balls that time.
Chose the wrong one.
Went to the stronger ball, but...
And he'll be thinking about that, won't he, for a long time. But maybe till his next telecast, that could come very quickly.
Or at least till the next tournament starts.
Brian Himmler looks like PBA win #1.
Bad shot, but probably won't make a lot of difference right now. Himmler's still in very good shape. He leaves the 3, the 6, the 9, and the 10. I do a little quick math. If he were to miss this, he'd be back around 210. And there's still a slight opportunity, but...
Boy, a great week here. The pro proprietors. Tremendous job, the Pro-Am.
And he will miss that, so Himmler will go down to 172 in the 8th frame. It would be the collapse of all collapses if Brian doesn't win this tournament, and I'm really sure he will. If he were to open in the next frame, he'd be down to a 200 pace. And then if he were to open in the next frame and Chris Barnes was to strike all the way out, if you can do it with a pencil, you can do it with a bowling ball. But I don't think so.
Himmler taking a re-rack. I talked about the co-proprietors, Dick and Janet Tanner, here at Leisure Bowl. This is the second consecutive year for the tournament here in Albuquerque. The inaugural tournament won by lefty Ricky Ward. However, Ricky had to withdraw after the first 6 games of qualifying due to an illness, but a big strike in the 9th frame for Himmler.
It's over. That's the one he needed. He's your winner. I realized I was stretching things when I said that if he opened the last 3 frames and Barnes struck out, but that's over now, and right now for Chris Barnes, it's all about credibility. Come on, strike here.
Days, it is not yours.
He'll have others.
Barnes, the Rookie of the Year, will knock down that 10-pin.
Yeah, take it in stages, Phil. You know, last year made a lot of top 24 appearances, but never made it to the top 5. Here early in 1999, he leads his first PBA tournament. It'll be a second-place finish for him, but there will be many, many more opportunities for Chris Barnes to win PBA tournaments.
Little loft, bringing it back. Not all the way.
Still trying all the way through the 10th frame.
Boy. Got all the good ones almost in one hand.
Not too many single pins missed. None this year, and that trend continues. 37 for 37 on our telecast.
Barnes lost from about the 3rd frame on, and threw a couple of good shots late in this ball game. So Himmler, the winner of the Albuquerque-Open, his first career PBA championship.
Thanks, you were great.
A good sport. Proud mom and fiance.
Himmler with a strike.
Go ahead,
Chief.
you can smile.
You earned it. Oh, great.
So Himmler is the winner of the Albuquerque-Open. Winner over Chris Barnes. Back in a minute. At Leisure Bowl here in beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico. Brian Himmler, the winner, 228 to 161 over Chris Barnes. Let's send it back up to the booth. My partner, Marshall Holman. Marsh.
Thank you, Phil. Now it's time for our Ginkgo moment of concentration, and it was our champion, Brian Himmler, as he knew going into the 9th frame, all he needed to do was one more mark. He said, let's get it out of the way right here. Kept his form. Look at this ball hook back. Great shot, and that is today's Ginkgo moment of concentration. Think better? Think Ginkgo. Back to you, Phil.
All right, thanks a lot, Marsh. I appreciate it. I'm here with Dick Tanner, co-proprietors, Dick and Janet Tanner. Nice, just a sensational week, Dick, and what great bowling by Brian Himmler.
Hey, thanks so much, Bill. Brian, you gave us a lot of entertainment. The fans are behind you. I'm sure you saw Chief up there in the stand. Let me present this trophy to you in behalf of all the fans here, and a check for $17,000.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Dick and Janet for having us here. It's been a great tournament. I'd also like to thank Storm and Bill Chrisman, my sponsor. Without them, I wouldn't be here. I'd also like to thank my mom and dad and my wife. This is great. I've waited for this forever.